back with episode 7 of the Noisy Boys podcast.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Chilling again.
Yeah, it's cold. We just happen to be in the same clothes.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is my third cup of tea ever in my life.
Pretty weird. My third cup of tea today. I love a warm bevy.
It's pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
I like the way you said that.
Bevies.
I like a warm
I
bevy.
feel like cup of teas are like just like a staple of.
I get why they're just easy to drink. Like it's not like it's just
Warm water.
It's
mate.
warm water. Yeah.
Nice warm milky.
Whereas like
That's why like putting sugar in tea or not putting sugar in tea seems to divide the nation. Like actually, to be fair, I think it's mostly people don't do it. Like and then make fun of people who do.
Second class citizens, mate.
Who cares? Like you're just trying to make things taste better. Who cares?
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a tea outsider, like just looking in. I wouldn't put sugar in it, but then I wouldn't put sugar in coffee either.
Yeah, you don't even put milk in coffee.
Yeah, but that's weirder because
Yeah.
coffee's bitter, far more bitter than tea is.
Yeah, but then why are you trying to make it taste different? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like just drink hot chocolate if you want a sweet bev, because that's what I would do.
No,
Yeah,
they're
true.
two different things for me.
No, see, drinking that tea, that's
It's got me nice.
yeah. But I would literally be like either tea or hot chocolate.
I also agree with Daniel on this one, Myles.
Oh, yeah. Tea are different things. And tea is so much easier to make than hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's a wee bit of a
Hot chocolate's like a
fucking
comfort
siege.
drink to me, like, where tea's just like something to consume on a constant basis, like.
Yeah, I guess
That's what I was saying.
I would probably drink more tea if like if in our house, like if they just had.
It makes me sad the way like you don't drink tea as much in your holy down
To be
south.
fair, I actually might start, because I always think if I drank tea, I would never have a bit of milk left over. Like, do you know what? You always kind of just have a wee bit of milk, and it just
Yeah.
turns gross. And I'm just like, I'm not fucking drinking that. Like,
Oh, because you put so little tea in, or so
So
little
No,
milk in
I-
coffee.
well, yeah, I don't. I just have black coffee.
Oh.
But then, you have like, milk for cereal, you have milk for something, but there's always like just that wee last bit that's not enough for cereal.
But I always,
But then it just gets gross, and I just throw it out. Like,
I thought you were the sort of person who just drinks milk regardless, like. I thought you were a weird milk guy who just
no,
drinks it past the date and all, like.
no.
What?
Opposite,
No,
absolute
I-
opposite.
yeah,
like,
I couldn't.
me
Who
and him.
is it that does that?
I don't know.
I thought that
don't
was
know.
you who said that you
No.
do
Ah,
that.
no, I was making a
No.
joke.
Oh.
That wasn't real.
Oh.
Oh fuck no! Like,
And people like that freak me out.
if I smell milk and it's in date, like I know you can drink it, but it's
Yeah.
something about that smell.
Yeah,
Oh,
it smells like in if any way a tinge of sweetness.
rancid,
I
they would
won't
say.
drink it.
I can't
In the
smell.
biological community.
I can't smell milk, like not even if it is in
COVID.
date.
COVID.
What's COVID?
You can't taste anything.
COVID might be.
COVID.
COVID might be cured by the time this comes out. Like,
Yeah, imagine
like Texas. Do you see that?
what about them?
Texas is
100% open.
Texas is fully open.
The mayor announced it.
Yeah, I thought they were just like
Spoofing.
not spoofing, but just being like fuck it.
What do you mean?
Like it was against something. Like they couldn't do it.
Like they haven't actually vaccinated everybody in Texas.
No,
yet.
no, yeah, oh yeah, they're like fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Your Texas is fucked. Like it's not
Well,
a good thing.
Well, yes, we're gonna find out anyway.
Yeah, it's
It will be a wipeout if they're sweet,
Yeah, well,
because then it's like it was all for nothing.
Texas was also like fucked 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, because their whole
Frozen over and all.
their
that.
whole electricity. Do you know, because they've got their own. It's the whole Eastern Seaboard has their own electricity
Yeah.
board. The whole Western, and then Texas is on its own.
Did you hear that Texas were 3 minutes from having a complete and total blackout for 4 weeks or something like that?
Was
Like,
it?
They had like a blackout, but I think it was like, I don't know, partial blackouts
Yeah.
for the 4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it might have been, energy might have been off for like 30 minutes or something.
It was because everyone had the central heating on, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Because that remember like
'Cause it was fucking frozen
yeah,
and
it was
all that.
frozen over. Like everyone put on their like heaters and stuff, and it just melted the grid.
Nah.
Serious.
I think it was something
Wait,
like
what
that.
did you say? It was like 4 minutes from like a total blackout. Or
Yeah,
something?
something like if they hadn't have caught it within that 4 minutes, their entire system would have been down for 4 weeks or something like
Oh my
that.
god.
Wipeout.
I also kept
Imagine
seeing
like the whole country, the whole fucking state would have been.
But then I always
ruined,
wonder,
like,
like, is that like one of those things where at any point it's like 5 minutes away? Like, do that thing where maybe it's like this one thing, and if it ever fucks up, it's just like you
You're
only have
fucked.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to fix it. That kind of thing.
I don't know.
Joey always hear them like kind of stats, and you're like, is that normal, or is that like, is that supposed to like, is that really as bad as it sounds, or is that one
a
of those
lot
things
of
like,
things are made to be sound more serious and urgent
Yeah, but
for
what?
news and stuff.
Also, why would they only have one thing that like requires to fuck up for their whole state to be fucked up?
Like
the light-
one
it was
transistor or
yeah, it was
something
just
like
it was literally just a fucking switch, like,
yeah.
on off.
Everything run into the one plug.
Like, you ever see there was that guy it was like that. You know, the whole thing. It's like you know, like what is like, how long is it before like the doomsday clock?
Where we're like 10 or no, are we 90 seconds to doomsday right now?
Yeah, away from just like total global annihilation. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
that's how long it would take.
But it was also the furthest it's ever been away is 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like that kind of thing where you think it's a wipeout, and then you're like, not really.
And the closest it's ever been before, like, I don't know, the last 3 years or something was Bay of Pigs. What do you call that?
Do you ever see
Oh,
that?
sorry. I was completely lost there. I thought you were talking about one of those like Mayan predictions. For, like,
No,
when
no,
the
no,
world's gonna end.
no.
Is it doomsday clocks like what they
It's
did
till
when they
nuke-
were-
scientist
till like
thing,
nuclear
like-
annihilation.
and there was 90 seconds at one point.
No, neither.
We
Is.
are on 90 seconds.
It'll take
currently.
90 seconds for like. That's all it would take.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that how they measure it? Oh, I have no
Yeah,
idea.
like
That's
literally like
crazy.
that. That's like, But I was thinking, you ever seen that guy? His name was like Vasily something. Shock.
Yes.
He was the Russian sub guy, and it was like there was a bug in the system. He was in one of the nuclear submarines. He got the order to. Oh, the sub lost contact with like the base. It was like a glitch in their system, but they thought it was hit by a nuke, so they were like, "Let's nuke." Like I was like Los Angeles or something, and they gave him the order, and he like had the choice, and then he refused, and like that's fully like you would have been like court martial and killed, like, but he made the right call.
Yeah.
It was a mistake, and then they were like,
Oh
"You
my
literally
God.
you saved the world." Like,
It's pretty fucked up.
One guy. When was this? I feel like I heard
this
this.
was in like it was Cold War, like the pinnacle of the Cold War, and
So it would take 90 seconds for like all the
Yeah.
nuclear.
to be fair, it
armaments.
might it might have been more back then, like, but it is now 90 seconds, yeah, because it's like, you know the shit that they have now, it's like
I don't think it actually
there not-
means
I
like
thought
it'll take 90 seconds for the. I think like in terms
It's-
of like all
how
of
fast they would
time.
reach places.
yeah, I think it's like in terms of like the decision is then made to like just wipe out the planet, like,
Why would that ever be a thing?
I
That
don't-
just angers
It's
me.
a
like.
stupid
but well, it
I
is
don't
because it's
understand
the what is that like
the
the
calculation of it.
what do you call that thing, where like mutual
I don't know what you're talking about.
devastation. It's like the fact that if one nuke goes off, then they just send everything to, because it's like, well, if we're fucked, they may as well be fucked as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
you have to shoot your nukes before they destroy your nukes. So it's like, send everything out right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the? Have you ever heard of the Great Filter?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's pretty interesting. It's like
Oh, wait. It's about the universe or something.
yeah, it's about
Yeah.
it's about alien
Universe or
life.
something?
Yeah.
And it's like, because we haven't found alien life yet, they think that that's like a really bad warning sign, because it means that there's a thing called a great filter that's like in front of humanity. So it means that like a lot of like advanced civilizations have reached this filter but never gone past it. So that's why like, so if we have no life,
Yeah.
if we can't find any life, that means like we're the ones who are at the great filter.
Yeah. We've
And
like reached
that
our
means
max
it's-
potential.
That means it's ahead of us, and like the great filter could be like global annihilation by like
Yeah.
nuclear warheads or like meteor or some like thing that you can't step up like.
Yeah, no, I know
But
what
it
you mean.
also means like if you do find like alien life, it means like the filter is behind you, which means it's like whenever dead chemistry assembles, or whenever like cells become cells and stuff like that, like kind of, it's all in terms of like possibility and probability, like the probability of
Gross.
like shit coming together and
Yeah.
all, like. But it's really really interesting, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
pretty
so
nuts.
cool, dude.
Oh, what is that like famous? It's like Arthur C. Clarke. It's like the famous thing. It's like we were there, alone in the earth, or alone in the universe, or we are
Oh.
either not alone in the universe or we are, and like both are equally as terrifying.
Terrifying,
Yeah. We alien Miles, like, which I feel like aliens. Joe Rogan really fucking tried to get
Oh my
aliens
God, he
to
loves that
come
lot.
real.
Yeah.
He fucking
I-
loves it.
What was sorry, I completely missed. The funny thing about it is like, wasn't a lot of like UFO things declassified?
Yeah,
Yes.
but like
What
that-
actually was
but
that,
That's the
though?
thing. A UFO, nothing to do with aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
nothing to
but
do with
I'm just
aliens.
saying,
like,
like,
yeah, exactly. But so like I don't know. I'm guessing it wasn't Little Green Man, because I think
Yeah.
that would have probably been bigger news.
Yeah.
Did you see his podcast where he had the boy who was abducted by aliens on? What do you call this?
Those
bit?
people are fucking
I
insane.
don't know. I
like.
knew the guy that said he worked in Area 51 was like that boy Bob Lazar.
Yeah, but even he was like
I was having the name Laser, like
he was like
pretty
making
cool, yeah,
a
pretty cool, I guess. But
a sort of joke out of it or something. Joe Rogan was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so did you ever see anything weird there?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, like, I can't say if I did or did." You know what I mean?
Obviously, or he'd be
Spoof.
fucking. Would he be
Yeah.
shot? Would he be killed if he started saying stuff?
Who? No, wait. Who are we talking about here? That guy Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm
I don't know
sure
if he'd be
because
killed, but I'm
number
sure he'd
one,
be-
it's a
he'd
pretty,
be
but it
facing
is.
jail time or something like that.
Oh, you go to jail. Yeah, you wouldn't be shot. I don't think. But it is like that thing.
Taking
He can say that, but technically, he definitely did see things that he can't talk about, like just
Yeah.
classified information.
Yeah, it's not
So,
necessarily.
But it's kind of a good thing when you're selling a book about aliens when people are like, "So is there actually aliens?" You're like, "Well, I can't say, but
Yeah.
yeah.
that doesn't mean anything."
Yeah.
Imagine they were like, "Right, everything's declassified." He's like, "Yeah, no." Like, hey, that's literally like what could happen. I don't know. I think it's cool in theory. Like,
This
you always wish that like these weird
Yeah.
things. It's a bit like everything.
To be fair,
I
They-
think Joe Rogan or something. I don't know if it was Joe Rogan or who said it, like, but he's also said that it's like almost selfish to think, or not selfish, self-centered, something like that, to think like or arrogant that yous or your species is the only one.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
100%.
entirety of the universe.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there definitely has to be something else out there.
Yeah,
but
you'd expect-
have
Yeah.
they come here and like abducted farmers and like probed them and all?
Yeah.
I
Alright.
wouldn't necessarily call
Okay.
it arrogance though. Like I wouldn't go as far as say that. I would just say it's something.
Well,
like,
if
if
I don't know.
it's almost
you
like
look at some of
kinda-
them,
To think that
you
you
look
are-
at you look at some of them religious ones, and you'd be like, okay, that's kind of they're coming off that they are God's
Yeah.
only one and only
Literally,
creation and all.
I think that's what it is. It's like to think that you are something, some sort of
Oh,
special
significant.
being,
Oh yeah. Well, I guess
that is
yeah.
the only
okay,
one
I
that
get
has
that.
ever been produced.
But also, did you see that new thing as well as I don't know if this was new, but I know there was 2 different studies that find the same thing, but it was kind of held as news recently. But Saturn's atmosphere, they found like phosphorus in it, like phosphorus molecules, no phosphorus atoms or whatever it was. It was some sort of phosphorus gas
Yeah.
or whatever in the atmosphere, but that doesn't naturally occur in Saturn's atmosphere. So what they said is that there's some sort of like life that's like fixing phosphorus in the air
Hmm.
and like releasing it. So they were like, they think that that's like the most closest they got to like proof that there is life in our solar system, which is pretty fucking crazy.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. I didn't see that. I saw. Did you see the thing about like Mars having like old remnants of lakes on it or something
Yeah.
weird like that?
Oh well, that's really
Yeah.
old, is it not?
I don't know. I only
Yeah,
saw
they
the
are.
video.
Rivers
like,
running
yeah.
through it. That's why it looks like that, isn't
Yeah,
it? All
yeah.
those
I thought that was pretty cool.
caverns
Look.
and stuff.
Yeah. And then there's also the theory that they think that life might have came on a like an asteroid,
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I think I did.
which is
Something like that.
exactly like you never know. You might never know.
Yeah.
It makes me think
But-
that like
I watched like a few astronomy. Did you ever see any of them crash course things on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
watched the astronomy one over the summer, like, and it was pretty interesting. Just learn all about moons and shit.
It's yeah, I love all that shit, but again, I feel like in this day and age, like it's much cooler to find like goofy shit that's clearly not true. Like they like focusing on that, whereas like you look at it. When's the last time like humanity's been on the moon? It's like they're 60 years ago.
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah.
Like it is kind of sad, just being like,
Yeah, why is it a thing that they can do it but they don't?
no one cared.
Yeah,
No one cares. Sure. Again, so I was listening to the audio, or not the like there's like video and stuff of the Apollo 13 mission, like the actual stuff of them on like was it Cape Canaveral, like the headquarters,
Yeah.
and obviously like in the movie, like all the astronauts are like freaking out.
It's a
Tom Hanks is there,
movie.
yeah, and like that movie's actually very accurate, but obviously they kind of it's a movie, they can't make things like boring, but it's funny knowing that the exact same things happened, like these crazy things, like they're spinning out of control and they're gonna lose like they're gonna have too much CO2 and they're gonna like pass out. They have to fix all this stuff. In the movie, they're kind of freaking out. In real life, they're like the calmest guys ever because the pros.
I mean, you'd need to.
They're just like astro, but it's crazy how they're just like, Houston, we've had a problem, and like it's mad just being like legends.
I think
I would be. I'd
But
have a panic
Do you know?
attack,
Do you know what's crazy about that? So that was the second mission on the moon. It wasn't on TV.
the Apollo 13 one.
Yeah.
Weird.
What date was it?
It must have been 69 was the
Yeah.
moon, so it must have been 70. I think
Yeah,
in my
it's
head
something like
73, isn't it? Like, and that was I think that was the last time they tried, wasn't it?
When was the one that crashed? Was that in the 80s?
Oh, the Challenger.
I thought
Challenger?
was it Apollo 8 or something that crashed, or Apollo 11 or something?
There's been a couple.
It's been a
Like
lot.
there's been a lot of astronauts just got wiped out, like, and that's what I was saying that when I was talking to Lewis. Just like you get paid like standard government wage. Like you think like that you'd definitely balling out of that. No, it's just like it's a standard job.
I
Like
think I knew that.
yeah.
Imagine having
It's like just being a pilot. Like
imagine like registering for your tax or whatever. They're writing astronaut on it. though,
yeah, like
really good,
them like first days of them just like because in the start they were just them like jet fighter pilots.
Yeah.
That they just like were putting in these crazy things. Like Neil Armstrong, like loads of his mates got just killed, just testing in the space race, which it's just fun. Like
Wait,
I-
what? Sorry, hold on. Like died like in the testing process to become an astronaut.
Yeah,
Like
so
in
many.
the centrifuge. Like do they
Um,
do that for astronauts? Like
well,
spin
yeah,
them
they do
around?
that, but no, not like there's different tests. Like they had to find out how to make like space. Like they had to do things like on Earth. Like someone had to find out how to make them like space landers and stuff. You have to do that on Earth. But like on Earth, it's there's a lot more gravity, and people just like Neil Armstrong almost died.
Doing what?
Like doing tests.
centrifuge.
What
like-
test?
Like that. You ever seen the space lander, right?
No.
That they landed on the moon. The wee like
Yeah,
yoke.
Like
yeah,
a wee
yeah.
4 peggy legs.
You have to
Yeah.
practice, but you can't practice. There's no zero gravity, or like there's no like low gravity here on Earth. So you have to do it, but it's like a foot. You're going flying through. You're in the middle, like the Nevada desert, and then one of the things like exploded, and he luckily ejected. Like he would have been killed, and one of his mates. Sure, they were gonna. It was one of the Apollo ones. They were doing a test, and they were sitting in the cockpit, and it turns out there was a loose panel, and it caused a short, and all the O2 burned them alive. It's
Oh my god.
three guys burned alive, and
I think I
that
did know about that.
I think
actually,
that's maybe why he was then chosen to go.
because all the rest of them died. It's like the fucking like getting the
It was
Spartans,
crazy,
like,
and they all lived in that like one estate, and there was just like widows, like
all together.
That's
They
grand.
probably made
no,
like, a
no, I
fucking
mean like
support
all the
group, like-
astronauts lived on it, yeah, but like all them like women, like they were like, this is kind of this is a wipeout here, like what are these boys and their toys up to?
dying.
Yeah.
in agony. But is that probably why? You probably wouldn't do those astronaut missions, or they probably toned down those fucking tests, like because you surely wouldn't get away with that now. Just
Yeah, but
like
No, but they
having
were
life or
they-
death
you know,
tests.
but
that's
they-
what like, SpaceX tests like 1,000,000 rockets before they're going to actually put somebody.
Why
in
are all of them blowing up then?
'Cause they're
Here.
trying to-
it's pretty
shit with
because
them, like.
rockets are bombs.
Yeah.
They're just bombs that they're trying
I'm
to.
not asking why
Yeah,
they
I know.
explode in flames. I'm asking like why they always failing if he's testing 1,000,000 rockets. Like wait,
Ah,
no.
yeah.
no,
Because
it's
what
fine,
do you
it's
expect them to
fine.
get it right in the first time?
Yeah, trial and
Yeah,
error,
but
yeah,
that's
so-
what I'm saying. Like, obviously, them tests. That was the space race. Like, they were really like that was just like a couple of guys like doing some math, like trying to figure something up to get to space. Like,
Yeah.
someone has to do the first test. They were just the guinea pigs. Like. So
Could
obviously,
you imagine like being one of those engineers like for the space?
yeah,
like the third time one of them blows up and you're just like you just watch it go down in flames. And
his was like one of
fuck.
the only books I've read in like the past 10 years.
Who's-
Like,
wait, who's-
Elon Musk's
yeah.
was it like an
Oh,
autobiography or
I
something?
hate him.
What?
Was it like a autobiography or something?
I don't know. It was
Did he talk about
autobiography
his
or-
father's emerald mines that he had slaves in? Like,
It was
Yeah.
wrote by some girl Ashley or something.
Yeah, that's true.
He
Yeah.
talked about how he was rich. I don't think he actually
Mm.
said how he got rich.
shady.
I think he talked about how like his ma used to have a plane or something like that, and he used to just fly about the bush.
I'm pretty sure Dad married his stepsister as well, didn't he? Some
I
creepy
don't know,
shit
yeah.
going on there. Like, rich people are always doing that.
He's South African, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
richest African man
I remember
for sure.
in the book they said like
Well,
They
obviously
burn-
Oh
he's
yeah,
the
obviously.
world's
Yeah, I don't know why.
richest man.
they were just like burning through engineers all the time. Like there was
People
new
be
staff
quitting.
coming in through SpaceX. Like
Well, it's
24/7.
Better to burn through engineers than astronauts. Like.
Yeah. Why like just trying to get like new ideas and stuff?
No, because he would work them so hard. He would be like, I want you to be here 15 hours a day, and if you're not in it for the we're trying to do something great here in our lifetime, and if you're not here and all in, then I don't want you.
To be fair, if you take that job you gotta expect that.
Look,
Yeah.
I guess it's weird that he for some reason is getting this like pass to being like this cool guy, whereas like guys like Bill Gates, everyone's like evil, definitely evil,
Crazy.
and people are like, oh, Elon Musk, what a cool guy, he likes memes and I posts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess like yeah, fair enough. Like me taking the piss out of him when he's the richest man on the planet. Like what am I like? But also, when you're born with money and your whole job is just getting engineers to do it, like it's people kind of have the idea that he's at home like just drawing up these fucking rockets and like Tesla cars. You're like, he doesn't do any of that.
To be fair, he
He
did code PayPal in his bedroom or something.
He
like.
also was
Yeah.
like fluent in astrophysics and all that sort of shit. Like,
Well, obviously, but I don't think you're denying he's a
but-
smart person.
But I'm saying up to a point, right? Like
well, he's not out there doing.
Like
it
I'm
all
not,
himself.
yeah, I'm not saying like, but the fact that people are like, he's real Tony Stark, he's like
It's
a
like-
genius.
It's not like he's getting the
Like-
breakthroughs; he's facilitating the breakthroughs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which yeah, I know,
organising
but it's just
Something like
it's to the point. Yeah,
Which, yeah.
fucking these Elon dick riders
Yeah.
here.
Like,
like,
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
we're
well,
up to-
Well,
like
he's
Ethan's
on-
the other one. It's just like, all right, I get it, I understand. Like, oh, he's smart, he's a smart guy, but he's not like this one man army of just like.
He's exquisitely smart.
And also, I love the way he was like, yeah, I'm gonna put chips in people's brains, and everyone's like, cool.
That's awesome.
Everyone comes out like, right, when you get vaccines, everyone's like, I'm not putting any of that
Yeah.
muck in my body. And they're like,
Bill
Elon.
Gates is putting chips in me.
They're like, oh, Elon. Oh, yeah, put a chip in me.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
Rupees,
Here,
eh?
you'll not see me getting chipped up by old Elon Musk and his fucking blood diamonds,
To be
emeralds,
fair,
whatever they are.
Him on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about
Snooze
this
fest.
shit. Actually, it's the only one that I've ever watched, which is weird.
I didn't watch the first one. I watched part of the second one. Like, and he's interesting.
Wait, was he on twice?
Yeah.
Oh well, then I watched the one where he was interesting because he was talking about the chip, and like it can cure like Parkinson's and like diseases like that.
I have no idea. I can't remember.
And
what
he said that
about
you can
that.
like literally like replay memories and stuff. I don't know how much all of this is
I'll take
just,
my
like,
chances.
wishful thinking. Like,
Yeah, I can. Like,
he has some like weird name for it as well. Like, doesn't he? I can't remember
yeah,
what the fuck it's called.
called
Chip X.
No, it's not.
no, I know what it's called. Yeah.
Like brain cleave
Brain
or
waves.
something weird
Yeah,
like this. I
yeah,
can't
brain
remember.
cleave sounds very aggressive.
It's-
That's not what it's called. That's
It's
like
something
cutting your
weird
brain.
like this. Like
Brain Scrambler
He
3000.
calls it like a neural web or something.
neuronet.
Oh, yeah.
Or neuroweb. maybe
Neural,
it's
yeah,
neural
that.
net, yeah,
Neuronet.
Some-
neuronet.
Yeah, something like that.
But the thing is called just like it's called something else, like a brain link.
But,
or
like,
something.
you know, it's kind of weird where then you're like, when you do bring that out and the rich can just like get one and then become like really smart and all and just never die. Poor people ain't gonna be too happy, like, and we all know how that goes in history. Like,
yeah, but I don't think it increases your life expectancy.
well, if it cures like most or degenerative diseases, like if you know, did you not say it just like cured
Neurotic diseases or whatever. Like,
Parkinson's and all that?
yeah,
Technically,
I
it means
think
you
it does
live
that,
longer.
yeah.
Like,
I think it like. I think he was saying some really like out of pocket
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
like
I know.
real-
Which again is just like, all right, well,
He
I'll
does
see
say
it
a
when I
lot
he was
believe it.
making some what was the word? Like he's making some big
Big claims.
claims.
After
yeah.
we've just spent 4 hours trying to set up 3 microphones, we'll see what kind of technology he's working with. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know how glitchy computers are. Like.
I
You can't just turn yourself on and off again.
To be fair, like what if it malfunctions and you
Exactly.
just like turn into a vegetable? Like,
just die.
can you just take it out, reboot it? Like,
Nah, perhaps not.
you need a Windows system update when you're just
Ding.
like sitting in line,
Blue screen of death.
just pass out or something. Like,
I remember in his book, like he talks about how there was problems you would just literally never ever think of with it. Like, do you know what you're saying? Like, why the fuck so many rockets crashing? Like, there was one of them where it's like everything was going fine up until a point. Like, it might have got to like just leaving the atmosphere,
Yeah.
and it started to use it uses all of its fuel to get out of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, and they didn't account for the empty space that would be lost, like whenever the rocket was propelling in the fuel.
Oh,
Tank.
yeah, I get you.
And the fuel started sloshing around, and the rocket
Oh,
like
it puts
flew
it-
off
yeah.
balance, and
oh,
it like just started swerving and fucking ended up just dying. Like,
It's also the reason why they all fail. It's me. I just go over there and throw rocks at it.
yeah, probably.
ding. Just like you tie like a sandbag on like one side, so
Yeah.
you just counter the balance, like just by
Um,
like that 0.1%, like
I don't know.
because that is really what it's down to, isn't it? It's like really.
Oh,
really
yeah, it's like
minuscule
you're
figures.
going
like,
through such small things. But that's why that Apollo 13, when they were coming back, they had to manually, on the window of the wee cockpit they were in, like the only bit that had oxygen, they drew like an axis and they had to steer it. Like, you know, obviously, if you just go, then you're like way off and you're going to go into outer space. Like,
yeah.
they had to do it like just manually, like, and they did it and came back to Earth. Gangsters.
Not
They're
for-
gangsters.
So you're
So
saying
Elon
these
Musk
guys
is
are
pussy.
cooler than Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong?
They're all buds though. They're all the same. They're the same ilk.
Yeah.
They're all
They're
cut from the
legends.
same cloth. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who
They're all
was the head
birds
of
of a feather.
and who was the head of them all?
Elon Musk, Lance
Von
Armstrong.
Braun, the Nazi scientist.
Really?
Yeah. Do you ever see like it's crazy. Do you ever see that Operation Paperclip?
No.
No.
Like the end of World War II, where America and the Russians were just like kidnapping so many like German scientists because they were like,
yeah, I
"They
feel like I do know that.
we want all that, we want all of it," like, and they were like, "I don't want the Russians to have it." And von Braun, like, he was the V2 rockets were the ones that were supposed to land on London. Like he made them. Like that was his job, was to make like rockets to like fire on the cities. And then he was like, "Oh shit, the Russians are pretty close. Do I surrender?" And the Nazis were gonna shoot him because they're like, "Well, we're not gonna let him fall into enemy hands." So he's like,
Imagine being that smart that you're like,
yeah, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he's like, "Well, what my choices are: getting shot dead by the Germans, being captured by the Russians, probably no bueno, or surrendering to the Americans." So he went to the American side, obviously, get Pepsi and all.
no.
Cola. Actually, you get cola. You don't get Pepsi. And then the Americans came out, and then they like completely like they like did press conferences and were like, "Yeah, he was a good scientist. He never did any bad stuff. He's like a good guy." Then they made him the head of the rocket thing, but then the Americans didn't care about like NASA or shit. Like that's why the Russians got like Sputnik up and Yuri Gagarin. That's why they
Yeah.
beat them the first time. And then once that happened, everyone was kind of like, "Hey, where the fuck are we losing this?"
Space race.
And von Braun was like, "Yeah, come on, like give me some money." And they're like, "No,
Give me some.
no."
Oh,
Do
you're
you know
a
what he
bad
did?
boy.
He went to old Walt Disney and
Shock.
got himself on TV and said that with like models and being like, in 2020 we can be living on the moon and all that shit. Like, and then the American people were like, "Yeah, I can get behind this guy. Like, this seems like a pretty solid guy. He's
This guy
on
seems
TV.
Yeah.
That means he's a good guy."
he's good. He definitely doesn't have a
then-
dicey past.
And then that's when like JFK did that like famous speech. He's like, "We don't do it because it is easy. We do it because it is hard." And then
Do you know?
it's like
I've
one of
actually
the famous speeches in the world. Like,
I've actually been to
Yeah.
the JFK Museum twice, and I
So
don't
he's
know
like,
a fucking speech.
"Don't ask what your country
I
can do for
want-
you, but what you can do for your country."
Yeah, actually,
I
no.
want to go to space.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And then
That's it.
and then that's another thing. People are always like, yeah, America thinks they won the space race, but guys, the Russians got the first satellite. They land on the moon first. Like,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
not about the heats; it's about the final.
Yeah.
You get to the moon first, you win. Like, who cares that you got a
I mean,
little
if
ball?
if a big enough slingshot, you could sling a fucking rock into space, mate.
Yeah, you get boots on the ground.
Yeah,
You
that's
win.
the real. That's
You
the
win.
real
You
mission,
plant that
man.
flag, you win. Sorry, Ruskies, you lose. You loses.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Seen a hotel that they're making in space?
Yeah,
It's
no,
just,
I
like,
haven't because I
floating
feel like
around
that's
the
definitely BuzzFeed news. Like,
You just keep saying this is bullshit, but it's been on like national news now, and they say you could be in it
by
as
2027.
early as 2027, and it's got cinemas and all this shit.
I think.
On fucking
Are you talking about P&O cruises?
100.
Space. is that Wally?
No, do you know that cruise ship that goes from Ballymena to like places?
P&O.
Yeah.
Stena line.
Oh, sorry. There's P&O.
Yeah, P&O as well.
No,
isn't it?
Stena line.
Whatever.
Anyway, But yeah, this is
What
fucking
do you call
floating.
the fucking thing in Wally? Like, is it not called something like that?
No
Like,
clue.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
it's got like a P and Q or something like that. Space Cruise
I
or
don't
something.
know.
Like. And it's the company that like takes over the world. It looks like Walmart.
Yeah, it's called like By and Large.
By and large.
Yeah, it's called By and Large. Wally's such a good movie. Anyway,
It's
that's what I was
quality.
saying. This is like it's like a real Wally life situation. Like
It's a real life.
it's like it looks like a big Ferris wheel, and it's like floating in the orbit of the
Yeah,
Earth.
that's from 2001 Space Odyssey. Like,
This is
I-
a real thing.
I know,
You
but
think I'm
yeah.
just making this shit up.
but where are
like?
they where are they building it?
in fucking space. In fucking
Screaming
holler.
into the
Here.
mic.
Lower your voice, son.
sorry, in fucking space.
And they're building it right now.
I have to turn this
Oh
wee
my
bastard
god,
down.
yeah.
Where? Who?
I don't
Turn
know,
all these wee
fucking
The guys.
NASA or something.
You
like
think
that. But
NASA has no money. They're not
Elon
building
Musk
anything.
definitely has his fucking fingers in that pie somewhere.
Oh,
like
so he's
Yeah, it does.
so not only can he not get any fucking rockets to space, but he's up there building he's building fucking
I mean,
Premier Inn.
it's not hard to make some. They make satellites fucking orbit Earth. I don't think it would be that hard to make a. They have a fucking international space station. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Do you know that like they don't have every Tom, Dick, and Harry going to it? Or,
Lad, I'm not.
I
saying
don't
there's
think. I
people
think
up
you're
there
really
now.
like
I'm not saying there's people up there now like fucking shooting pool and watching movies. Like I'm
That's
saying,
how you said. But they're not doing it now. But in 7 years, they're going to be doing it.
I said that's what it says on the article. I'm not saying I believe it.
All right.
Oh my
Here,
god!
I could whip up any article about any shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Daniel
that this was
loves
had
BuzzFeed
national
News.
coverage. Like it was
By
like
the way.
BBC News that did it. I'm telling you, it's a real thing, and it's gonna be.
Say it when I believe it.
Yeah, I know.
Here, we'll fucking see it, and I'm gonna be in it, and I'm gonna be looking
Yeah,
down
they're
at you.
gonna
when
invite us,
you're
are you
around.
know?
As I always said, like they've been planning to fucking build a bridge in Narwater fucking lock for 20 years.
Yeah, well, if Elon Musk was in charge of it, it would be built
It'd be
3
exploding.
years ago.
It'd be exploding in bits. Absolute
Yeah.
goon.
You
Musk
get your
would have
fucking
it sorted
shit
out,
together, Musk.
And a Dort wife. What's her name?
Like if my whole job was
Tanya.
Grimes.
Something. He's had like 4
Amanda
wives.
Bynes, yeah.
Grimes.
Bynes.
Is Grimes fucking wee grimy wife anyway? Like,
Like if my whole life was fucking, I'm gonna piss off so many people say this. If my whole life was to build rockets, like you think I'd be fucking getting good at it? Like.
yeah, I know.
Pretty good at it, mate.
Look at him, he's a dick
Pretty
rider.
good,
like.
Yeah, I know.
Does it engineering? Here, Elon Musk, kind of underwhelming, mate.
Pretty
You
good.
kind of talk about all these cool things you build and never really do it.
What are you talking about?
You made what? You made cool cars that fucking you can play Mario Kart in, like.
And you can
What-
just put the Pornhub intro as the horn. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
only thing everyone ever
Yeah.
does with it. Like.
He
never
loves
heard that before.
memes. He loves
Yeah.
memes. He's cool. Here,
It's true.
whenever you get a fucking rocket that doesn't like spiral into a fiery explosion, then come talk to me, mate. How many people are? How many people are looking at me like that's stupid? We can't. Like.
Probably
Don't care.
everybody, 'cause you're wrong. Yeah, Musk, pretty cool guy. Like. Oh, most of his companies are fucking doing great success.
Well, that's why he is the richest man on the planet.
Yep.
I know.
It's usually how it works.
Don't be slating him. Poor wee fella. Can't take it.
Jeff Bezos would beat him up.
I don't
I
really
will.
like
Fact.
He has his own space company. What's it called? Ocean Blue or something like that.
Don't know.
who.
Exactly.
Who does?
Jeff
Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos.
He is a space company.
Exactly.
I'm sure
you
everyone,
probably
you know.
would like.
I think he.
What else would you do with the combined
Like a
wealth
trillion
of like
dollars, like.
most countries?
I think he might have bought over. What do you call that big company that used to make aircraft all the time? Not Bombardier, but the American version. of
Lockheed
Bombardier.
Martin
Yeah, I think he bought.
or Boeing.
I think he bought Lockheed Martin. Maybe. Did I think
They're a
maybe,
weapons company. Like.
Did they maybe make rockets for a time or something like that? And
Yeah,
then
I
he
know,
might have
maybe.
just bought them or something. I don't know.
Do you know what? Unpopular opinion. The Tesla like roadsters and like cars and stuff, kind of generic. They're kind of not nice looking cars to me. Like
They're
Some
trying
of
to
them
make
are
them-
alright. Like.
They're trying to make them like just look like a nice car.
yeah, they just look like something out of GTA or something. Like just like a generic sports car. Like I'd
Are
rather
they
like a
even
nice
sports cars? I think they're just like sedans.
Some of them are. Like.
No, there are. They're
It's
like
like that new
roadsters.
one.
There's like real like there's road. There's
Well, a
fast roadsters.
Tesla Roadster.
Is it a
Yeah, but
sports
roadsters
car?
a type of car. Like
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I don't like them. I think that like a good muscle car like Din Diesel and Fast and Furious, like the car that he drives.
Family.
Yeah, they're also he's just trying to make it like a top of the spectrum car.
Did I say Din Diesel?
Yeah.
you did.
I actually
We said that
genuinely
too.
meant to say Vin
Yeah, I
Diesel.
know.
Like
We make that joke a lot.
we make that joke so many
Yeah.
times that I'm genuinely saying like Din Diesel now instead of Vin Diesel.
Din Diesel.
Fuck, that's embarrassing.
Awkward. He's just trying to make them affordable. Affordable
Fair
forms of
enough.
transport. I remember reading in the book that he wants to get it to a point where there is like a Tesla service station or something weird like that, or maybe I don't know if it's a service station or a charging point within like I don't know if it's 3 kilometers or 300 meters or something, some like really small distance
Yeah,
of
yeah.
every vehicle that there is in the States or something.
Probably achievable.
I'm pretty
cool.
sure he's like.
Pretty cool.
I thought he's that far off like in most of the
Yeah.
states.
Yeah, well, that's pretty impressive. Like,
I mean, there's a Tesla dealership like
yeah,
in Belfast.
is there?
Yeah. Do you know where like all them ones are? Like by the Lisbon Boucher Road even.
By the Butcher Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You see them about here sometimes. You're just like, oh,
Yeah, you
fuck.
see it. That's why I was wondering. I was like, I saw loads in here, and I was like, holy fuck, Tesla. I was like, I thought that was only like confined to America.
No,
Yeah.
I remember when I
Was
was
it-
in Amsterdam, everywhere. Like.
Teslas.
Yeah.
They have a good electricity city though, don't they? Think
I
they
don't
do.
know. Sweet electricity.
Yeah, like here's
Mm.
like shit in terms of like
Oh, like environmentalism.
congestion and environment.
I always
Lots
love
of shit.
looking. You
There's
ever
like
see?
2 electricity ports within fucking like a million miles of this house.
I remember that one in Newry beside Bagnall's Castle, and
Yeah.
that's the only one I can think of.
I think there's like
Um,
maybe
there's
6
one in the Buttercream
in
one.
the entire of Newry.
You ever
it's not bad.
you ever see the map of like
There's like there's like 60,000 people living in Newry more area.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's not like a petrol station. Like it's one at a time. So if everyone
Yeah.
had electric cars, it'd all be like there'd be like a line fucking mile long.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know, it's so stupid.
I don't know where if this might be a spoof, and I think it probably 100% is. But I swear I saw somewhere that the Ann Summers in Newry sells the most like butt plugs in the fucking UK or something. Like
In the UK,
yeah.
if
I-
that puts
I
Newry on the
think-
map, that's beautiful.
I
like.
heard that, and I actually never fact checked it, like, and I kind of really want to.
It's fucking
I
weird.
would you be surprised?
creepy, freaky
That's a
Newry
weird
people.
business,
Like.
Yeah,
Very
it's
weird.
Newry
That's
people always
hilarious.
shoving shit up their holes.
I was sitting in the car and the Buttercrane. Do you know there's like a free car park in the Buttercrane?
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there in my car at like 11 o'clock the other night and just chilling, like, and some man
Weird.
comes up and walks over
With
to
a
the
butt
car
plug.
and like goes to open the door and then
What?
just turns around. And it was like pitch black and like only one in the car park.
Wait,
Mate, I'd have been like, oi.
did he think you were his lift or something? Did
I
you
don't
have your
know.
headlights on?
Oh,
I don't even know if I did have my headlights on or not, but it was
He just
weird.
came over to a dark car and just tried to
Yeah.
open it. That is fucking terrifying.
So weird.
Were you
like,
scared?
that is
I was just like, I like looked and like he had already turned away. And do you know like that wee spooky alley that like
yeah.
goes away from that car park?
Yeah.
Just like by the time I like looked around, he was already like going towards there, and then within like 10 seconds,
Do you think he was trying to steal it and then saw you were in there? And
I don't know if he was like
or maybe he was
just
just
trying
so
to freak me out
embarrassed that he
or
To be
just
fair,
turned
there's
around and
surely
ran off.
cameras out of everywhere. There's
not in
definitely.
that car park.
Is there not? Oh,
No,
right, right.
it's like
No.
freaky,
It's a
spooky
wee-
car park. Like
Yeah.
it was a very weird experience.
To be fair-
I didn't even like have a fear. It was just like that was a weird thing to happen.
I pitched it in the dark. I would have been I would have bricked it.
Yeah.
Would've
Did you see all
genuinely
them
shit
cars
myself.
that got seized in Newry?
Nah.
It was like 13 stolen like luxury cars. Or it was like them like high end Porsches and stuff. Do you know that like Operation Venetech, where every drug dealer and illegal business was done on that one app,
Yeah.
and the police got into it, and they literally have just been reaping their rewards.
No, I don't know that.
Until now.
Like the
We talked.
no,
about
no,
this
I'm
before.
talking about the police that are reaping
Yeah.
their rewards. Like
That's what I mean.
they've busted like millions and millions of pounds of like drugs. They've got so many drug dealers. Now they're getting like other like crimes, like all this. There was like a picture there of all the cars that it was, all these high end cars that were like souped up and all.
Weird. Where'd they pick them up in? Like whereabouts?
I don't know. I don't know whereabouts in Newry, like, but it was in Newry. Like.
Weird. Very, very weird.
I was always thinking, you ever see the map of?
we passed.
Yeah, we
it
passed.
in the train.
This looks like a nightmare.
And I was like, this looks like I look like I'm looking into a Black Mirror episode. It was just like an estate that just didn't stop. Like, and it was actually kind of scary. Like, it freaked me out. I was like, Myles, what the fuck is this place? And he was like, I'm not sure. Like, it just goes on for ages. And we were like, it's fucking scary. And then the sign just passed. And it was like Lurgan, and we both looked at each other like,
Nice.
shocked. I don't even know why we
Figures.
didn't even say Lurgan. Like, obviously we knew it was
Yeah.
fucking
I
Lurgan.
didn't know that train went through Logan.
Lurgan put it down. Newry, Dublin.
place is terrifying. Like,
Doesn't
especially
Yeah.
with when it's overcast as well. It was just like,
Have you ever seen the picture of like like trains and buses networks, and then just Donegal? They
No.
don't have anything. Like they aren't connected to like the Republic whatsoever.
Yeah, they haven't got a train that goes to
No.
Donegal. Nah, they have a bus.
Which is
and
hilarious. Like.
I know.
Stupid wee bitches.
I know of a girl who flies home from uni in Dublin every weekend to.
That makes
Donegal.
sense. 100% makes sense.
Yeah, because it takes it's like a 5-hour bus journey or something like that, and it's like, I don't know, like a 45-minute plane journey.
even less.
I
I'd say.
saw a clip from
And it's
a-
also like the same price or something.
Oh, 100%.
Like
Yeah,
that.
definitely will be.
Yeah.
Fucking train is so expensive. Like, I saw a clip of some radio host down south, and he was like talking on the radio about, because obviously with stuff like that, especially with Brexit and all this stuff, the coal United Ireland talks kind of like there's a bit of momentum behind them, but
murmuring.
he was Southerner, and he was saying like how Southerners hate the idea of United Ireland, like, and he's like, oh, it's just gonna ruin the country. He was like, can you imagine having the DUP, the Taoiseach is Arlene Foster, and you're like, shut up, mate. Then he also says that he drops this gem. He's like, what are they going to be wanting next? We're going to have to change the flag to represent the Protestants. Mate, do you know what the Irish flag stands for?
Yeah.
You fucking tulip.
Yeah.
I hate the Free Staters. Like.
A lot of the
I actually
Southerners
don't. I don't even want to anymore. I want to create the Ulster Kingdom. Like. And,
The new
I'm gonna
republic.
number one. I'm gonna invade Donegal.
I like
How are they gonna get
Donegal.
troops anywhere? Also, Irish Army spoof. Give me. I'd say we could take it. Like we just take Donegal. They're not even gonna want it back. They don't have any way to get there. There's no trains. No nothing. We just
Embargo.
walk in. I
No.
go on the wee beaches. Put down my flag. Noisy Boys flat. And this is now Noisy Boys territory. Like.
Do you know what? I think Donegal ones actually get the same like sort of abuse that.
Yeah. They're
Northern
like the
Irish ones
forgotten.
do.
Like, they're just forgotten land. Like.
Yeah, because they're like, like south of Ireland
We
people.
take the outcasts,
Yeah.
take them in.
We
They're
take
like,
them in,
use Nordies.
and then I'm just gonna
The
sell-
wayward souls.
sell Northern Tato, the superior Tato, and
This is getting very political.
Yeah, it is very political.
yeah,
Delving
I'm,
right
here.
in there, like,
I'm sick of listening
shoving the
to the
damn
south,
right up,
and I'm
like.
sick of listening to the
You're
UK.
fired up.
Like, nah, I like the Southerners, like, but a
No,
lot of them do have a very ignorant.
they hate the
stance.
North.
A lot of them
When
have
you
a
go
very
down there and you're
ignorant stance on
talking,
the
and they
North.
just look at you like you're dirt, and you're like, mate, this state is
It's not a. It's just
Here.
like, see in my class, whenever you open your mouth, it's just like people are looking
It's
at
crazy.
you like, "What fucking accent's
North.
that?
You from the north?
You Nordie?"
here, guys.
Oh, man,
Remember
no.
that time you had a bit of money down in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
and you spunked it all away?
Used to be Coin Central. Down
What did
there.
they do?
You ever heard of the Celtic Tiger? Like they just started
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
like absolutely you got wrecked. Yeah, whatever. Your Tato sucks.
Anyway,
Your
please
people
stop.
Yeah,
suck.
to be fair, I'll give them the potatoes. I don't really like cheese and onion crisps. I think they're bog. To be fair, I eat them. They're
literally
alright.
love
Like,
cheese and
but
onion crisps, like.
the smell is much worse than how they taste. Like when someone cracks open a cheese and onion crisps, like it's like an explosion of stank in the room. Like
Love it.
Yeah, but you're like
You love
prawn
that.
cocktail?
I love it.
fucking surprised.
You like
Prawn cocktail's good, yeah.
They don't have them down south?
They don't.
Yeah.
No.
Fucking
only do cheese
actually
and onion, I
changed my
swear.
mind.
I swear they only do cheese and onion. They only do that one wee
You've-
bag. Like.
you've
So
convinced
weird.
you.
And they're wee-
You convinced me.
a
If there's no
weird
prawn
way
cocktail
to
down
make
south,
it.
I'm not fucking.
I don't think
going.
they know what that is. Like.
That's a funny room to start.
Are you
I don't
telling me
think they
that
know what that is.
the Southerners do not have a prawn cocktail?
They
Probably
don't
not.
have any other flavour crisps.
Probably not.
apart
Oh,
from cheese and
cheese
onion.
and onion. That's why all their breath stinks. Like.
Yeah.
This is a joke. That was a joke.
Hey, look. I'm sure there's a sound lot. In fact,
I love the.
how about they could join? They could join my new empire, like, if they really wanted to. I'll take some of the breakaway states. I don't know.
cheese and onions?
I'm just gonna start another civil war down there. I'll
What
just
if-
take the cool girls, the cool
what
guys.
if-
Is there,
if they-
is there any countries you don't want?
What if they give you? What if they give you
Awfully.
Dundalk?
Like is awfully like awful is the bits of meat that nobody wants, and it's literally called awfully, like, and it's that's apparently the worst, isn't it?
I don't
I'm pretty sure it's always ranked worst in counties.
I
For
like
what reason?
just from being
'Cause
down
it's-
there.
I think it stinks.
Longford gets a lot of abuse,
Yeah, you always hear that.
like more so than other counties. Like,
Is Longford like the Lurgan of the south?
it's like really farmer. This is I've never been to Longford. This is what I've gathered. Like, it's that it's really farmery, and like,
That's why I imagine all southern counties, apart from like
yeah, I'm
Dublin
pretty sure they all are. Like.
and Galway.
like
Sure, the two.
the boys like wearing gold chains and souping up their cars loads. This is like the vibe that
Yeah.
Dublin people give out about Longford. Like, I don't know. Like,
To be fair, I'm pretty sure Dublin actually wants to go on out in their own.
well,
Like
former-
they hate everybody.
former
Like,
wee state of
Dublin
Dublin, like.
hates everybody.
City's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Like.
Sure, but they
Their
always,
homeless population is crazy.
I always forget
it?
that
Yeah, it's like
I was with
that's
them.
always the one thing
Out of the
on,
four-
like, the political agenda.
the four biggest cities in Ireland, two of them are Belfast and Craigavon
in
or
Northern
Derry.
Ireland,
Two, yeah, no, in the whole of Ireland.
the two biggest cities.
No,
Dublin's big.
Out of the four, yeah, obviously Dublin's number one, like,
Yeah.
but then it's Belfast, I'm pretty sure, and then Derry's fourth, I think,
By population or size?
population. Yeah.
I'm guessing Belfast is second.
And I think Derry. Is
I'm
up there.
assuming Cork is third, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that
I
for a
think it is.
fact.
Yeah.
Um,
So whatever.
I know nothing about my own country. I'm
I
just
think-
sitting here in
I
silence.
think at one point they talked about moving, or like somebody suggested one time that they should move the capital of Ireland to Cork or something like that. Maybe I heard this on the radio or something like that.
Should move it to fucking Belfast, man. Should move it to Newry.
Because
Move it in Newry, yeah.
that'd be
Fucking sweet.
hilarious.
I don't
That would
know.
be my first. That would be my first
Yeah.
rule.
Act as king.
I moved the.
Wait, is this a monarchy? Is it gonna be
100%. I don't need fucking Arlene Foster and Michelle O'Neill
what you say goes?
squawking in my ear.
What?
How would
Look.
you handle the COVID situation as king?
Close the borders. No, we're sweet already. We've got the most vaccinations. Close off them
Most
southerners
vaccinations.
The
in
north.
terms of what? Of the
People.
2 Irelands.
of
The
the UK. Oh, the British Isles. I'm pretty sure.
Do we? I don't know.
Like well, one of the smallest populations. Like, so obviously we're gonna have a pretty good leg up. Like,
Fair play to us, like.
yeah. But then, do you know what the problem is?
Uh,
People coming from the UK and people coming from the south. Therefore, we break away. We build a
Yeah.
huge wall. We get them to build it.
that sounds a bit derivative, Miles.
Did you even notice earlier on?
Whatever. I'm all for the people. You want to come? You want to have a good old time here? You go in the
Yeah.
Dodgems when
Get yourself vaccinated, boy.
you can go for the Dodgems in one point when they come around.
Barry's
You go to
Bridge.
Barry's Amusements.
Yeah.
You go to the Omniplex.
Do you notice we were at one point earlier on? There was a car from Live. Like you're
No.
not allowed to cross the border right now. That's like a rule.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They were down
that'd
just
be
getting a
lot
wee
of
pizza. like.
spoofers, like.
Why the fuck would you come here to get pizza?
Dodge Vita is actually
Dodge, mate.
weirdly popular. Like.
Yeah,
I've learned that from TikTok when you see like
yeah.
two girls will drive like actual cross country to get food.
I know ones who was
To
like,
get Dolce Vita?
yeah, who
Yeah,
like drove
have
it
you
for
ever seen that?
an hour and a half to
Like-
come here.
Is that what's putting you on the map, not
There's
the
so-
butt plugs?
Yeah,
Nuggolado
that and
as
how
well.
shit it is. Like.
Did Nuggolado come from Uri?
Newcastle.
I think they're like a Newry people.
I'm pretty sure they were in Newcastle first.
Oh,
weren't
they
They
were
were
in
in
Newcastle
alright, but
first.
they're in Newry people, are
I
they?
think so.
Oh.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
The Newry Nugs.
That's mad. 'Cause I remember popping up in Belfast and I was like, oh, wait, that must be just like a franchise. Then.
Also, let's talk about boba tea. Hey guys,
Yeah, why do you
we
like
get
that?
it.
Do you like that?
It's becoming a
No.
serious trend.
No, have you
now.
not seen on Instagram the amount of people post
Yeah, the
pictures of it?
Belfast one's flooded now.
What I see
And
on
that,
Instagram these days is the toast place. Like,
That as
Yeah,
well.
that
Yeah.
one.
I literally was saying this the other day. Like, it's mad how just like these trends just start and everyone goes fucking buck wild for it.
yeah.
Musgrave Marketplace.
What was that like?
I now see loads of
Yeah.
people going to that.
And it's like
It's-
lines to enter.
Yeah,
and
I know,
all
it's,
that.
it's very strange that like
To
these-
be fair, like, do you remember?
it's not like they're new.
It's
yeah, we
also-
walk past the boba tea place all the time.
all
It'll
the
be
time.
empty.
And I remember we just be like, smell that. Like.
We
Yeah.
walked past it there last time I was up at yours, like, and it was not empty. It was queued right.
Yeah,
up
no,
the
yeah,
door.
but
But
we
that's what I
see
was saying.
like
The
for
racing
years,
days, like.
for years. I remember I was walking past it and be
yeah,
like,
and it would just.
What is that
It
place?
would just be
Yeah.
the fuck
the
was
Asian
that?
community would love it,
Yeah.
and that's what they get the most of their
Because
business.
you remember when we were in
People in the
Halls,
South have loved it for ages.
What even is it? It's like
it's
squishy
gel
balls
and
in your tea.
balls in
Yeah.
tea.
I remember seeing it on Instagram like
But like,
years
I
ago.
don't think they taste the balls. Don't they're gel? I don't think they taste of
Yeah,
anything.
what's the point of it?
Looks like
I think they just
frogs
soak
balling,
in the tea, so you're eating just wee tea, like tea
Tea
squish.
Oh, it's fucking rancid.
Vile.
I don't know.
Remember we saw it in Elms, like in Halls, and it was like some fermented boba stuff that they sold in the spar,
Yeah,
and we were like,
It's
what?
just- it looked like frog spawn or
Yeah.
something. Like,
And now
Oh
we're not
my
very close,
God.
man. We're open to everything, but
yeah, I'm open to
that
try it,
kind of-
but it
yeah,
does
I
look
think that I
disgusting,
think it would be it's the consistency. I think would just freak me out.
I lived with a Chinese boy in Halls in first year, and he went to the Chinese market one day and like decided to buy this thing. Like this wasn't something he ate on the
On the reg,
reg, like, but he just decided to go and buy this, and it was fermented bean.
beans.
What
yeah.
is that? And
It's
like a
called something.
It's like a
Here,
super.
Mike Rubber, like 3000.
It's like
Oh,
a
sorry.
super food
Sorry,
or something
ladies and
weird
gentlemen.
like this.
Let's
Like.
got some unprofessionals here.
But I remember he opened it and like gagged at the smell of it,
Grow Ben.
and then
Here, Ben.
proceeded to try it, and then gagged again and threw it in the bin.
fermented beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, like,
I
but
feel like I do know what that's called.
Yeah, it's called like
some Chinesey name maybe.
I don't know.
I think it is. Some Asian sort of name, I think.
Look, I get
It's, you can't guess without being racist.
now
Like.
the best. Obviously, beer pretty sweet. Best thing probably came from fermentation. Everything else, the
Yeah.
reason it's a thing is
Sauerkraut.
because there was no such thing as refrigeration.
Yeah,
We have
that's
that
how
now.
sushi came about.
We can make nice
Sushi?
stuff.
Yeah, what they did was because they were traveling, like whenever fish was like being traveled from country to country, obviously there was no refrigeration, so some cunt stuck it in rice and was like, oh, this like I guess slows the like decomposition down, so it's like doesn't get all gross. And then some guy ate the rice for some reason. Was like, I'm just gonna fucking eat this rice.
But you ever watch that Amazon documentary? I think it's Amazon, and it's Jiro's Dreams of Sushi.
No, I remember you talking about it.
Oh, I don't even remember talking to you two about it.
Like I was
Mhm.
not. I'm pretty sure you
I don't know
watched
what
that
that
like,
is. Like,
when we were in school or something. Was it not the ages ago you talked about it?
No, I only watched it there like
Was it not like a guy and he like
a couple of
he
months.
like
not a couple
dedicates
months
his life to being like
ago. like a sushi master.
yeah. Do you know what's weird? I think that's like when did the documentary come out? Recently,
No idea. I feel like it's
because
maybe it's only been added on Amazon.
I
within this
think
last
when we
year.
were so young, the Rooster Teeth podcast was talking about it.
Oh.
And I remember you were talking. I remember we talked about it like once.
like years.
Like this is now like what, like coming up to like 7 years ago. Could literally be like,
No,
Well,
'cause I
anyway.
definitely only watched this movie like
it's a movie
in the last
oh,
year.
like a documentary, is it?
Yeah,
about a
Just
guy
movie
wanting.
length.
it's on Amazon.
What's so
Snooze.
What do
interesting
you call
about it?
Amazon movies? Prime.
Prime.
What's so interesting about it? Why'd you bring it up?
Because you were talking about sushi.
Yeah, we didn't even let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
That's how sushi's made.
Nice.
Right, thanks for that.
Also, they do that. I'm pretty sure there's like loads of countries where they just like shove fish and shit in the ground, just be like, oh, we'll see
No.
what happens.
yeah,
No,
Like Finland, Iceland.
yeah, true.
no. The fermenting juices went into the rice, and some
Mate,
guy. Why would you eat
that's-
that? That's like the
That's
same. It's
absolute
like the
bog and
same. It's
oxters
the
right there.
I know it's the same line as. It's the same line as like the first guy who like discovered milk. Like, it's like why
What's
would
going on?
it's like why would you like why would you what would possess you
I
to
also
eat the
think
rice
that's-
that the fermented fish was in? Like, and then
you,
go
you know,
that
you,
actually tastes
you
good.
do always see that joke. Oh, what was that? What was
Yeah.
that guy thinking? Yeah, what comes from human breasts, guys?
Yeah, I was like, that's just kind of what it all
Yeah,
happens.
he was like, I want some milk.
Yeah, he needs some
He
milk.
needs some milk.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, he probably
And then he
was just,
immediately
like,
shit himself because everyone back then was lactose intolerant. Like,
Why?
and probably
it's just humans are naturally lactose intolerant.
Oh.
That's why if you drink
Yeah.
milk regardless, you will probably end up shitting yourself. Like if you drink enough milk, like it's gonna wreck you.
Cool.
Like it's a bit like ice cream. Like you can't get that much dairy without it kind of having a bad effect in your body. Like because
yeah.
humans, you like we're
Cats are
all
really lactose intolerant as well. People feed them bowls of milk all the time, and
Yeah.
they just go
good,
shit and die.
good,
That's a lie, but they do shit.
Gross.
good.
Gross. Not for me.
Yeah, but anyway, I can't remember what I was
Jiro
asking.
dreams of sushi.
Milk.
Oh right, sushi.
Yeah, back to my sushi
Sushi.
story.
Come back to this fucking snooze fest. All right, guy wants to make sushi. What's so good about it? Tell me what's so right now in 3 summative bullet points. Tell me what's so good about Chong Ho's sushi adventure.
Just spit that.
Racist.
Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah,
Cancel him.
Yeah, cancel him.
His name's
Just-
Giro.
Just cut that.
Like the kebab.
I think his name's actually Jiro.
Like the kebab.
Like
it's
the
also
kebab.
Gyro. Is how
Like
you
the
pronounce
kebab.
it.
Oh sorry. Do you know
Uh,
my fucking dog has a yacht?
He has 3 Michelin stars. Thought that was pretty interesting.
That is actually
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, right enough. You're like,
Yeah, I am
He's-
actually
he's
very,
here.
I'm very
He's snarky Susan tonight.
I'm
Yeah.
very
We-
interested in the culinary arts.
yeah. So I don't know why you're dissing Jiro. Like.
We Sally Rednose.
It's fucking cold in here, man.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The
And people
la-
has to book like 3 months in advance to come to his restaurant because
I
it's
hate
all
that.
the time booked out. And his restaurant is like smaller than what we're sitting in right now. It's crazy small.
I feel like I
Here,
don't want to believe that.
I'm gonna give him some advice.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Upscale.
On what?
You're fine.
No way.
You ever see you ever see like the oldest businesses in the world? Like,
It's
it's like a couple in Japan.
No.
They're all just like either breweries or banks.
Oh, weird.
Hey, there's one in Ireland's pretty like old. Like it's not anywhere near the oldest, but it's a pub. And the reason why, because you know, #1 Irish spoof, oldest pub in Ireland, tallest pub in Ireland, slowest pub in. You ever
Yeah.
seen that? Like
Smallest pub in Ireland. there's
smallest
one
pub in Ireland. I think I've been in like
pubs will claim themselves to be
100%. Because yeah, you can literally just say it, whatever.
Yeah, there's
like,
one
who
in
cares?
Carlingford that says there's the smallest
Um,
pub in Ireland.
Like I literally say I'm the coolest guy in Ireland. Like, and
Yeah.
but they actually
not really in the same vein.
yeah, it is. Like, it's called making.
Coolest
It's
pub in
called
Ireland.
being a fibber. And
I feel like I've been in pretty small
the
pubs.
reason why they could actually prove it
Good view, mate.
is they took down. They were like renovating it, and they were like, "Oh, this is like that kind of like squish stuff that they used to build houses from," and they like carbon dated it, and they were like, "Oh fuck, this is from ages ago," and they
Weird.
actually like were able to prove that it was from like it was built yonks and yonks ago.
And that was like the oldest pub in Ireland.
Yeah,
Coolest
Pretty
pub in Ireland.
Coolest pub in Ireland.
And then you know what happened to it? It closed down because COVID never opened
Yeah,
again.
never
like-
open again. Like. Do you know what that pub was? The Rosencrown.
Was it? No,
Absolutely not. Like, stinking pub.
Have you?
Door
That,
holes.
it's a great pub.
It stinks.
It's
have you
chomp.
seen?
Just because culties love it, James, doesn't mean you have to like it.
I do like the Rosencrown though.
Stinks.
That time we went, it was good vibes.
No, it was absolute zero,
Sorry, the time we walked into the Rose and Crown.
and it was like a western.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was a
saloon. Like
restaurant.
we opened the 2 wee doors, and everyone kind of
my
like looked over.
God, it
Yeah.
stank of piss.
And the boy, there was no noise. All it was just old
Yeah.
men drinking, no noise,
and
no
the
talking.
lighting was off
no
as
music.
well. It was
The
like really
And the
bartender
guy
bright.
just went like this. We were at the door, and he's like, "What are you having, lads?" Like that's how quiet he said
sound?
it. And we heard it. We heard it so good. Yeah, constable, please. This is pretty sure they all do or something. Like.
Yeah. I think I got a Guinness luck.
And then they just
Pretty
looked
gross.
at us like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah.
We start talking. They're like, "Shut up! I'm trying to forget my life."
Yeah. We were also the youngest people in it by like maybe
Oh.
25 years.
Yeah,
I'd say even more.
Yeah.
immoral.
It was a
And they
weird
all
night.
have a
We-
stern.
I literally
problem.
couldn't tell if the old guys were steaming or they had Alzheimer's. Like.
we also went on what, like a Saturday night on like the
Yeah, it's almost-
20th of December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of fucking 12 pubs.
Yeah,
And,
it was a weird night.
and then
like.
that's the problem. Like Belfast, you're like, yeah, you kind of run out of pubs at around like 8.
Yeah,
You're
Mm.
like, let's just start doubling up here. Like,
Okay, in fact, there's a lot of.
oh, there's a lot of pubs,
Belfast,
but I
like-
mean, in terms of
like
how
what stays open and
how
all.
fast you can walk.
Yeah,
like-
there's spaced out.
And remember, because of COVID, everything closed. Oh no, that wasn't it. Oh shit, that was
2 years ago, man. No, last year.
Jesus,
Yeah, well, like 2
that was 2
Christmases
years ago.
Not this Christmas gone, but the previous.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, that's how I
Honestly,
bet.
To be fair, like we basically just did the pubs like on the Ulmer Road, like kind of the outskirts.
We
More
did like
not-
Queen's Quarter,
Yeah. What?
like the Queen's Quarter pubs.
Realistically,
Yeah.
what we should have done was
It's
like
in town.
start at that one behind Bot. What do you call that one? That's shite.
Eglinton.
Eglinton.
Eglantine. Like, just gone from there, Bot, and like worked our way down that road.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like 10 on
No,
that
see,
road.
that's what I'm saying. See all those pubs, shitholes. They're only like student pubs, like. But see, like if you go into like Belfast, like the city, like some of the pubs in there are lethal. Like,
Ah, but you would have been,
also
you would have
pay, like,
struggled.
£6 million for
Yeah,
a
not
pint.
that
Not
number one,
necessarily.
and
They
number
closed it.
two, you
Yeah,
would have
like-
struggled to get in. They would have been fucking packed.
Yeah.
We did all right. We did all right.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
was
the
good
bot's all right.
Then
Like
we
the
went to
bot,
Thompson's after, didn't we?
the bot surprisingly is not that bad. Like,
That's bands.
I'm never wearing these trousers again.
Why?
Fucking riding up my
fucking
legs.
Huckleberry Finn over here.
and
Weird.
squeezing my balls for dear life. Like.
You,
Yeah.
like,
I do. I
stop
like
putting
see
them
this
up
whole,
and
seeing the
down.
last two like episodes. I just see it's been adjusting myself the whole time. Jeans keep. It's these couches. I think they just make all the like just right up you.
We're at,
Absolute
It
wedgie.
looks like I'm wearing like 3/4 lengths or something. Like I look like a fucking weirdo.
we're at 59 minutes anyway, but
All right.
yeah,
What the
59:20.
What the frick?
What the heck?
It's two in the.
Speeding past it. I didn't even
It's two in the bag.
read anything in the
I mean-
fucking, in the book of
I was one.
in the book
this
of
thing.
dreams.
Book of love.
Book of love. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. To be fair, I feel like that was, it's not the biggest high action packed
no, it really
podcast,
wasn't.
but it is like 1 in the morning and it's fucking free. Like we may as well be outside. Like,
Yeah.
It's really
I
cold.
love
Yeah,
it.
we gotta fix that situation.
Don't know how.
like
wonder
it,
what the-
it
when the-
does look like the kind of place Jesus was born in. Like,
Nice manger.
spoof.
like.
Jesus was never born. He's never existed. God damn, you're edge lord.
End the podcast.
Yeah.
No, he existed.
End the podcast. Cut that out.
Yeah,
We'll
cut
get
that
fucking crucified.
Put the music over all of that.
That was another pun. Like
Yeah. Anyway.
They'll do nothing.
Mary was a beautiful black
She's
Hispanic woman.
Anyway.
A beautiful
Anyway.
Middle Eastern woman with
Anyway.
She's a
rings,
beautiful
bells
white.
in her
She's a
fingers.
beautiful
Yeah.
white woman.
She had bells in her fingers and rings in her
I'm
toes.
just gonna
Jesus
turn all
was
your
white,
mics down
and
here
he-
and just finish the podcast on my own.
Have you seen those TikToks?
What?
Jesus, or no, Mary definitely wasn't a white woman. She was a beautiful Middle Eastern girl. She had a nose ring, and then she goes like, "Not that nose ring, a real nose ring." Goes through the lip, and on it goes this massive thing. Bells
That
in
was
her
like you earlier,
fingers,
like when you put a
rings in her
chain around your head.
toes. Yeah, she looked like that and all.
Yeah.
And then it's like people like drawing it and all. Like,
I also like love the way that like people are so. I know. They're like, I don't know why that's always like a surprise. Like people think they're like teaching people something. They're like, yeah, people in the Middle East look like Middle Easterns.
yeah,
Whatever. I guess I go to college.
yeah, like what? Like what
What?
are you trying to say? Like obviously that is like.
But to
what?
be fair, going to any Irish granny's house, Jesus does look like Ian McGregor.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
majorly.
What is it? They what was it? It was like some sort of monks or something depicted them as white because it was more accepting to the something.
Yeah, we all know why. We all know why they were up. Like,
I have no idea why. I would love a black Jesus. I would actually turn to Christianity if it
I think,
was.
yeah.
I would turn. Everyone look at me. I would turn to Christianity if it was black.
Do you know what I do if I saw Jesus?
This is all going out of this.
Do you know what I do if I saw Jesus?
What's that mean?
Yeah.
We'll call him
And
forever. That's what I do.
Right, you finished.
Well, anyway, wait. That means
What? No, stop. I swear to God, this is what happened last time. Right, we'll finish it.
wa-
That,
it
actually,
didn't even
that
go.
actually wasn't even allowed.
Yeah,
in
it
the
was.
That was
podcast.
episode 7 of the Noisy Boys podcast
Yeah.
with.
Daniel
Oh my
My
God, guys,
God.
do it again. With.
James.
and Daniel.
Oh, Myles.
God, it was fucking
Thanks for
goofy,
listening.
like that.